Hi, Dr. Jayne here. And today I want to talk about spirituality in business. And I want to give you kind of an introduction to what that means. Because so many people have asked me, what is spirituality in business? So I want to start with a story that one of my best friends and I were having lunch. And she stopped and said, Jayne, I got to ask you something. Look, you just invented this new more of a bilingual version of the divine intelligence process that you're going to use in business, and you're calling it authentic leadership. So, don't you feel like a little bit fake, like you kind of gave up on yourself, or not holding to your true beliefs here? You're not using the word that you copyrighted, divine intelligence, and wrote a book on it. Now, you're all of a sudden talking about a business version, and you're taking out words like spirituality, divine intelligence. Don't you feel like you're kind of not being so faithful to yourself? And I had thought about it myself. It had not missed me, because a lot of people have asked me that. And I want to tell you how I bridge that gap is that I realized for years I pounded my words. I used them in business. I used them in TV appearances. I used them everywhere. And then just about a year ago, I realized my goal is to get this process out to as many people as I can in my lifetime, because of the changes it makes to our reactionary nature. It allows us to respond rather than react. It allows us to uh, raise our emotional set points. So I thought, if those words raise resistance, put defenses up where people are less likely to take it, who am I to say I have to use those words? So I'm happy to present the authentic leadership version of the divine intelligence process. Funny thing happened after that meeting. It was so funny though. So I came home and I had 2 or 3 little tweaks to make to the authentic leadership version before I sent it to the actual editor and finished it up. So I got on there, finished it, and I'm so happy, because it's like, you know how it is when you're doing a project and you spend a lot of time on it and you're finished, and you go, wow, I'm going to reward myself. So I wanted to grab something and read it that was less business and more spiritual. And this whole side of my library is business, and this whole half, probably the bigger half, is spirituality. So I reached for a spiritual book and randomly picked up a book by Carl Jung, who was a Swiss psychiatrist, a peer of Freud and Adler, but one of my favorites. And so I was pleased. I thought, ooh, good, I get to read about Carl and all the stuff he wants to say. Darn it. I pick up the book, I open it up, and here's the quote at the very beginning that pops out to me. I want to read it exactly. Now, it was in Latin, and it actually, they say, appears in the house that he lived in, that visitors go to see in Switzerland. And over the entry of his home, written in Latin, is this inscription. You ready? Called or not, the God, little g, called or not, the God will be there. I know. That just hit my heart. And I thought, it doesn't matter what I call it, because the divine is always within me, ready to help, ready to give me my highest intelligence, ready to be the best me that I can possibly be. I hope that this means for you that you get it, that whatever you want to call it, there is an energy in you that is unlimited, in love, in prosperity, in kindness, in peace, that you too can turn to whenever you need it, no matter what you call it. Turn to it. Thanks. Oh, don't forget to go to my website, divineintelligenceinstitute.com. Always forget that.